open. We watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Money's coming to me.
We're starting to think about 2022 and we're just thinking it's all good.
This is the greatest housing era in U.S. history.
Existing home sales in February fell 6.6% to a seasonally adjusted annualized rate of 6.22 million units. The street was looking for 6.5 million, so that's a pretty big miss. And also January's numbers were revised lower.
This is the greatest housing era in U.S. history.
Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off this Wall Street Radio Network. Yeah, really, housing, great era. What a bunch of nonsense. What a lie that is. What a horrible lie. This housing market they're talking about is such a small segment. I mean, the only people that were buying homes, remember, the biggest part of the housing market, the largest contribution to the housing market is the first-time home buyer. That's what built this nation. The first time, once they got rid of manufacturing, I'm talking about. Once they got into house construction, first-time home buyer. That's it. That's the market. First-time home buyer. Everybody builds homes for the first-time home buyer. If you look at a pyramid, it's the bottom of the pyramid. They're the market, not the top. Now, those people were not included in this housing market in the past year. The only people who were buying houses in the last year, I mean, there's some exceptions, but the majority of the people already owned a home. Their home was not foreclosed on during that during the housing crash. They had tremendous equity in the home. Their household income combined, husband and wife, $125,000. That's right. This was a very small segment. These were people who were living in the city, who worked in the city, good incomes, and they wanted out. They wanted out of the city for all the reasons we know of. They wanted out of the city. These are people who are making money in the stock market. So that was a very small part of the market. That's it. That was it. And now they bought their homes. It's over. It stopped. We still have people who are in forbearance, 2 million people in forbearance. I mean, the nonsense, the lying is incredible. They're trying to compare this to the 2008 housing market. or 2001 and 2006 housing market? What are you, nuts? 2001 to 2006, you could pick your own payment. You didn't have to have a job. You didn't have to verify if you had a job. Anybody could buy anything. You could buy whatever house you want. If the payment was $5,000, just pay $100. And then 6 years down the road, then pick up the rest. It was ridiculous. You can't compare the two. It's stupid. You know, and just like the stimulus. First of all, if you think there is a crisis on the border, and I'm sure you all listened to the I think it was, I don't know who it was on Sunday. I caught the very last, but boy, the minute, I think he's the Homeland Security guy. Was that who it was who spoke? Mayorkas? Yeah. What a liar. God, he stood in front of America looking in the camera, and he says on the border is not open. The border's closed, he said. And it's all Trump's fault. It's all his fault, what's going on. We had to go down there and fix everything that he broke. That's the mess he left behind. And he looked right into the American people. Can you imagine? Pelosi did the same thing. So why would you believe anything that they would tell you about the stock market? You wouldn't, and you shouldn't. You got the same kind of characters in the stock market. Okay, the same exact characters. The stock market industry is no different. They'll just lie to you. You never get the truth. And that's why you got to follow the money to get the truth. Wherever the money goes, then you know that's where you put your money. If somebody's buying GE, you buy GE. If the big boys are buying Starbucks, buy Starbucks. And you'll never, never, never fail. You'll always make money. And then when they pull their money out, you identify it immediately, and there's the key. There's the key to success. Can you identify when they're pulling the money out of the stock you're in? Can you identify they're pulling the money out of the 401k you're in? That's the key. If you can't, you're screwed. And that's why the majority of people in the stock market, 85% of them, lose money because they always get killed. They always get hit with that crash. They always get caught because they can't identify when the money is coming out. They just can't. But I fixed that. We can on my chart. It's a color-coded technology we put together that works. And you can have it for 10 days free and convince yourself. But I got to tell you something. This stimulus, most people have no idea what the consequences of stimulus is. Everybody's looking at stimulus like it's going to save us. Stimulus is killing us. For heaven's sake, stop looking at the people who got a $1,400 check. It does nothing. People are getting these checks, nothing. There's nothing for them. In the long run, does nothing. An economy that's on stimulus is on a life support. And we've got all these handouts, these stimulus handouts. Got to the consumer. We're doing handouts to the companies, the corporations, to the banks, to the financial, everybody. I mean, we're just printing money and handing it out to everybody. It's called stimulus. Trillions and trillions of dollars are being printed faster than a speeding bullet. Yes, it's causing the stock prices to soar, of course. But it's setting you up. It's setting you up for a massive, massive crash. But in the meantime, keep with it. Keep going. I noticed like today, I told my members, watch today now. They're going to start rotating. Now they're going to start rotating out of oil. And now they're going to start rotating into the big tech again. Then they'll rotate out of big tech. And they'll go into the builders. And now the big builders into something else. You got to understand, we're stuck right now. The market's going to start consolidating. They're waiting for the next stimulus announcement so the market will go up 2,000-3,000 points. That's what they're waiting for. In the meantime, you got this game going on. They're going to rotate. So you got to know what you're doing. You're going to get hurt. If anybody's jumping into these big tech stocks today that's leading the way, you're going to get killed. You're going to get killed. You're going to get squashed like a little bug because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. I've been working on the big tech stocks all day with watching them for my members. I sent them out 2 alerts already. Do not go after these big tech stocks. Wait until your color-coded chart turns green, and there's enough volume going into them. Stimulus, there's nothing good about stimulus. People don't get that. Do you know all these people get these checks? When all the stimulus checks, those people didn't take that money and go on vacation. They didn't go fly somewhere on vacation. They didn't go to the local gym. What did they do? They took that money, right, and they bought hot tubs. They put them on their deck, right, their home. They bought laptops to learn at home. They bought workout equipment at home, get in shape, all this stuff. But guess what? You know what that means? Do you think that helps the economy, buying all this stuff? When I get back, I'll tell you the answer to that.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
Why did you refuse to allow reporters to see the conditions under which these miners are being held?
Let's not forget that we're in the midst of a pandemic. We're working on providing footage so that the American public can see the Border Patrol stations.
Respectfully, sir, I think that there is a safe condition under which a pool reporter and a pool camera crew could go into some of these facilities.
Chris, we're working on providing access.
God, unbelievable, isn't it? Isn't it unbelievable? We're working on it. What do you got to do to work on it? If you're proud of what you're doing, you'd be anxious. You'd say, come on down. We're going to get a jet, bring everybody down. We're going to go through the facilities. I'm so excited to show you what's going on, what a great job we're doing. We're doing a better job than Trump. Remember how they were all over Trump? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But let's get back to making some money. So, stimulus. What's going to happen? What's going to happen with this crash? Well, there's nothing good about stimulus. I want you to think about this. They get their $1,400 check. And when they go and buy all this stuff, laptops, they buy the bike trainers, the bike on at home, and all this stuff. We don't make that stuff here. That's in China. Our trade deficit, by giving them a check, we're doing something bad to our economy. When we give them a check for $1,400, that's hurting the economy. Nobody gets it. Nobody has any idea what the stimulus is doing. Nobody. These handouts are a killer. We should have never been here to begin with. This nation never should have put its people in a position. It has to survive on $1,400. Anybody that has to have a check for $1,400 and that saves them $1,400, for this nation to put our people in that kind of a deal, that's stupid. We should have been there because we're not governing the nation right. That's why we're there. Are you kidding me? This is nuts. And this stock market, because, and I'm not into the politics of this. I don't care about who's on first and who's on second. I don't care who's Republican, Democrat. They both do lousy jobs. I'm telling you right now, all this stimulus does, it keeps driving the stock market higher and higher. All these hands out move the market higher, and it keeps killing the economy. The trade deficits get bigger because all this, again, same problem. The trade deficits are job killers because they're taking their $1,400 check and we're importing more than we export. The market keeps soaring. But here's what nobody understands. We're going to have taxes under Biden. Nobody wants to talk about this. That's going to kill you. You people who, if you've made money in the stock market, if you don't know how, if you can't say right now, I know exactly when to get out. I know when to get out. I know when to get out of the market. I can identify when I should get out of my individual stock. I can identify when to get out of the market, but even more so, not only can I identify it's time to get out, I can turn around and make money as it goes down. If you can't do that today, you got to be out of your mind being in the stock market today. You got to be out of your mind. You're going to lose it. Listen, remember, we had, when the dot-com crashed, we went down 39%. Remember the housing crash, the market, we had the crash, it went down 54%. We're going down 80% this time. You're going 80%? How can that be? We only went down 39%, 54% of the housing. How can we go down 80? Think about it. Think about it. Because the big difference is they've dropped those interest rates to zero to help the very, very wealthy, to help your congressman get more rich. That's right. Remember, your congressman and the Federal Reserve, they're in bed with each other, okay? They're in bed with each other. And the idea to keep interest rates at zero so that your representative, your senator, makes money. Hate to tell you that, break the news to you, but it's always about money. Look at the money Pelosi and her husband are making. Look at the money that the Republicans are making. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. McConnell. Unbelievable the money he's making on building ships for China, for the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, it's all about money. So stimulus is a horrible thing. It doesn't help anybody. Now, the market soars, there's no question about it, and Biden's going to do more stimulus than anybody in history because his economy is going to be worse than anybody in history. No, it's not that I hate Biden, I like Trump. It's a fact. He's a dope. Harris is a dope. They got socialists all around them. You can't build an economy based on communism and socialism. That's what they want. So this economy is going to need all kinds of stimulus. And this economy is going to keep going up. Keep going up. And when it's ready to crash, remember, it's going to go down 85% at least, compared to 50%, 39% with the dot-com and 54% of the housing. Why? Because we have no ammo left. Remember, when the market crashed, both the dot-com and the housing con, we had interest rates around 5.5%, 6%. We made cuts. We could cut 25 different cuts. We could cut rates 25 times to slow it down. We're at zero. We have no way to cut. We have no way to stop this. It's like a speeding train that has no brakes. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a beautiful thing when this market crashes. I just can't wait. Because this market crashes, you're going to make more money on this crash. And then you're going to make more money coming back. You're going to pick up stocks that are going to be on sale. You're going to pick up all these stupid stocks that you've been buying that are overpriced, 60, 70%. You're going to pick them up for a song. We got nothing but good to look to. But you got to know when to get out. So right now, if you're not in this market with the knowledge of how to get out, you shouldn't be in it. If you're in the market with us, you have no problem because you're going to be out in time. Not only will you be out in time, we're going to position our members to be short. So they're making money on the way down. But this is going to be the worst ever crash in history. How can it not be? It's going to be violent. There's no brakes. There's no brakes. I mean, our interest rates are at zero. We were at 6% the last. We have no ammo. I mean, it's like pushing a boulder off the side of the Empire State Building. Or Pelosi, push her over to see how she does.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, stimulus never helped an economy ever. It doesn't. Because it doesn't increase its productivity, doesn't increase wages, it does nothing. It gives somebody a Band-Aid. does nothing. Now, I want you to listen to this. Now, this is a stock that Cramer's recommending. Now, my members, every time we have a stock, we put it up on our color-coded technology chart. It's patented. It's ours. Nobody can do anything with it. It's ours. We designed it. It's color-coded. Tells you when to buy, when to add to your position, when not to add, when to sell, and when to sell short, when to run like hell. This is what you need. You got to enjoy the rest of this market. Remember, and I don't care if you love Biden or hate Biden. I'm sorry. The truth is he's going to have a lot of stimulus. He's going to have to. Because when he starts doing those taxes, when he starts raising the taxes, remember what's going to happen? He's going to kill the corporations. Because you can't take and start cutting. You go to these corporations, start raising taxes, their earnings drop. When their earnings drop, the market drops. So he's going to try to stop that by having more stimulus. So the more stimulus he puts in, the more stimulus, the more they're going to keep rocking the market up. And what happens? It goes up and stops. Then you get rotation in and out of this stock, in and out of this stock, in and out of this stock. And this is when people lose money. They don't know what they're doing. And 85% of you don't know when to get out of the market when you're supposed to. But worse, what happens is after they do a stimulus, the market goes up, stops. And then they wait for the next stimulus. And then in between, they're trying to create action. So like today, they're rotating, they're taking money out of the oil stocks, which we're getting ready to short, and they're buying the big tech stocks. So I got my members all set up. In the next couple of days when that happens, if it does, we'll be set. We'll be rotating, and we'll sell short oil, and we'll buy long tech. And then they'll probably only last 3, 4 days, 5 days, and then they'll rotate somewhere else, then rotate somewhere else. That's how it works. But listen to this. Listen to this.
What do you think about symbol LYZ, Live Nation Entertainment?
I don't want to bet against Michael Rapino, even though I do believe that it's run up a lot in anticipation of everybody being vaccinated. But Rapino's the real deal, and I wish he'd come back on the show. He used to love being on the show. I don't know. I'm not going to hold it against him. I'm a kind man. I'm a good man.
You're a good man? Really?
You ran a hedge fund.
Yes, I did for many years.
All right.
You know, a lot of times when I was short at my hedge fund, and I was positioned short, meaning I needed it down, I would create a level of activity beforehand that could drive the futures. It doesn't take much money.
What does that mean?
Okay, this was a hyperbolic example of what I was trying to get people to. You had a great piece about short selling earlier.
Yes,
I've been trying to rein in short selling, trying to expose what really happens. This is what goes on. What I'm trying to say is, and I didn't do this, but I'm trying to explain to people, this is the shenanigans.
It sounded like you were talking about that you had done it.
Then I was inarticulate because I did.
What a liar. What a lie. He was bragging about it. But anyways, my point is, let's look at the chart. Let's make some money on this. So what's he say? He said, I wouldn't bet against Rapino. I don't know why he's not on. I don't want to come on my show. All right, let's look on the chart. The stock was green, okay, around $77. And she just turned red on March 16th. That means the big institutions are pulling their money out. So my members are selling it short. If you don't want to sell it short, the members who are in the stock would have gotten out with their profits. In fact, they would have gotten out early because the beautiful thing about my color-coded chart, we have another color, yellow, which tells you in advance that there was going to be a change. And that started to tell you it turned yellow right around, I think that was right around, let me see where that was. It was yellow, I think it was around March 1st. Started to tell you there was a color code change coming. So you would have either been out with your money, with your profit, or you've been selling it short. That's how it works. The color-coded chart works because that's all investing's about now. There's no more what the stock does, who the person is, who the CEO. Nobody cares. There's no more fundamentals in a stock. The market's rigged, and that's a wonderful thing. We don't want the market to be unrigged. Because if all you have to do is follow the money, you don't have to follow the earnings anymore. I mean, you imagine what we had to do when you're picking out a stock, what you had to do. You had to go through all the numbers. You had to go and look at the margins, free cash flow. You had to go through all, compile it, compare it with the industry. I mean, what you had to go through. Now, all you have to do is say, okay, the big institutions who move stocks up and down, you don't, I don't. The biggest, I got to find out when are they getting in and when did they get out. So in this case, it turned green. It turned green on February 10th. You would have got out. You would have got out around March 8th at the peak. So you would have made about 20%. And then, remember, it turned yellow to warn you. So you'd been out, had your 20%, and then it turned red on March 15th, which you could have sold short. It was at $89, today it's $84. That's how you work a stock or an ETF. There's no guesswork. You're not guessing. The algorithms are set up. Look, we worked on this for years. It's patent. Nobody else has it. And it tells you when to buy. It follows the money. What you want to listen to, listen to what Kramer said. But not just Kramer. They're all the same, these guys. They always got to give you a story why to buy. There's no story here. There's no story with stocks. Here, listen to his story again.
What do you think about symbol LYZ, Live Nation Entertainment?
I don't want to bet against Michael Rapino, even though I do believe that it's running a lot of run up.
That's his basis. He's not going to bet. I'll bet against Rapino every day of the week with my chart. I'll bet against him and my members would have bet against him on March 16th, and they're up 6% already while the stock's going down. Give me a break. Now, just like everybody's been in Apple, everybody's in Microsoft, everybody's in Google. Do you know how many people lost money? They didn't know when to get out of Apple or Microsoft. Didn't know when to get out. But if you were with me, you would have, because the chart turned red. It told us, hey, you better start getting out. No other chart does this. You get it free for 10 days. Check it out. It works. You get the free membership and you get the chart. Now, this stimulus that we just got, we're going to get another one, is going to keep rallying the market even higher. What's happening is the crash is getting worse. Now, listen to what I'm saying. Just because the market keeps going up, you're saying, well, Phil, I thought you said it's going to crash. It is. The crash is getting prolonged. It's getting worse. Why? More stimulus. The more you stimulate, create this fake market going up, when this market's ready to crash, what nobody understands is that when it's ready to crash, you can't stop it. We were able to slow down and stop the dot-com because we were at an interest rate of 5%. So I use 5%. That meant we had 25 cuts. We could make 25 rate cuts. We did the same thing during the housing cut, 25 rate. We have no rate cuts. This thing's going to go straight down. So not only do you make money up, you'll make money on the way down. See, stimulus, you got to understand, it doesn't increase in productivity. It doesn't help the economy. There's nothing. It causes yields to increase, which causes the dollar to increase, which means you can't compete overseas. There is nothing good about a stimulus other than it rallies the market artificially. All you need to know is when to get out so you can capture those profits. There's your problem right there because you don't know when to get out. Change that today and help St. Jude, please.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the .com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The reality is both the stock and bond market are anticipating that all this liquidity and this latest round of checks, this is the third round of checks, is going to create a booming economy. And I agree with Joe, it's going to be at least 6%, maybe 8%, somewhere in between.
Really? You really think so? Let's talk about that. A $1,400 check is going to create a booming economy. Now, they're right about one thing. If you go to my YouTube channel, I put on Friday night, I showed them, they said the economy is going to be 10%. Remember, they said it's going to be 10% GDP, which I said to you, how can it be 10% when Trump said he had the best economy ever, was 2.9%? They're going to go to 10%? And I put up an illustration of a man going up a 20-foot ladder. He drops a basketball. And what happens? It will go way down, then it comes right back up, then it goes down, then up, then finally it dribbles right down to nothing. It's not sustainable GDP. We have no sustainable GDP. Our sustainable GDP would be about 1.5%, but they're lying to you. They're no different. These guys that you hear on these business shows on TV, they're no different than the guys you hear the politicians, the guys you hear in these Sunday shows. But my point is that the economy is shot. It's shot to hell. With all this QE for 13 years, all it did is drive a stock market. We've ruined the middle class. We ruined them. The economy's worse than ever. Can you imagine 13 years with trillions and trillions of dollars, and we couldn't grow the economy when Trump was here and he was doing a good job? He couldn't grow the economy 3%. He couldn't grow the economy He couldn't. He tried. He couldn't do it. But these guys are telling us with all this stimulus does nothing but destroy your economy from within. So, but on the other hand, what the stimulus does do, it gets guys like him to get on TV and lie. And all these guys on TV are going to lie, and they're going to push this market higher and higher and higher. Because remember, you don't need profits anymore. It used to be your stock would never go up unless there were profits. Now it doesn't matter anymore. The market's rigged. It's rigged. And you and I, remember, we used to decide what the price of a stock was. We'd bid between each other. That's gone. We don't decide the price of a stock anymore. These guys do. They decide where it's going to go every day. But like I said, if you just have 5 stocks, follow 5 brand stocks, you can use my portfolio if you want. Join the gang, use my portfolio. A lot of my members use my portfolio right here. So just take 5 brand stocks. What's that mean? Stocks that is in all the big hedge funds. Not only hedge funds, they're in all the insurance companies, 401ks. Right here, look. I got in my stocks. I got Intel, Caterpillar, Goldman Sachs, Schlumberger, and Lowe's, and then the Spiders. I've been in those for 4 years. We make money on those when they go down, starts turning red, we sell short. Goes up, it's green. That's all they do. And then every day at 2 o'clock, we post our portfolio. Steve was at our education department. 2 o'clock every day, he posts our portfolio. And it would have, and here, give you an example. We talked about cat today. Here's a video on cat.
Caterpillar, we're continuing to hold this one long with light amount of shares with a stop at 2.
And then he goes on, and that's just an example. He does this with every stock in our portfolio. Nobody else does that. And then my color-coded chart, the algorithms follow the money. They don't follow the BS. You want to follow the BS? Go listen to Kramer. He's got enough of it for everybody. So if you have an opportunity to make money right now because of the stimulus, they're going to do more of them. He's going to need a lot of them because he's got to keep the market going up. And what he's going to have to do is do a stimulus after stimulus after stimulus until he just can't do anymore. And then the market, okay, only has one place to go, down. And there's no way of breaking the fall. Not like the dot-com, not like the housing con. They could break the fall because they had enough. They had enough rate cuts. 25 of them. We don't have one. We don't have one rate cut. So the banks right now, those bank stocks, they're doing everything they can to prop the banks up. And we've been in these bank stocks. We've picked up over 20, 30% returns in the bank stock. I told my members they're going to have to artificially take these bank stocks and prop them up. And I was right, and they did. Our oils, we had over 45% return on the oils. We bought those when nobody wanted them. Again, using our color-coded chart. We went after the Vegas, all the casinos when nobody wanted those. Look, just try it for 10 days. That's all. It's free. Try your chart. It's color-coded. Show you how to do it. Just follow a couple stocks of ours. Do it on paper. Don't use real money. And at the end of 10 days, you're going to sell yourself. We're not here to sell you. You're going to either say, boy, this thing really works. But the nice thing about it is that you're going to, in the first time in your life, in a stock, you're going to be able to say, you know what, it's time to get out. And if you stay with our portfolio, we get you out. That's the difference. We get you out. Here, again, today, Steve's working on Caterpillar. It's one of my 5 stocks in my portfolio. And by the way, if you listen to anybody that's a professional, they'll tell you to want more than 5 stocks. Buffett tells you that. Lynch tells you that. 5 stocks are a lot of stocks. If you follow those same stocks throughout the year and then put them on my color-coded chart so you really know these stocks, just sit back and pull the trigger you're supposed to buy, pull the trigger you're supposed to sell short. You're going to have a great return every time. But you're going to be able to sell a stock short with the same ease as you buy. Stop listening to all these stories they give you. Story after story after story. It's just unbelievable. Now listen to this.
The longer-term prospect of the economic recovery remain very much entrenched, and therefore this whole pullback is actually an opportunity for investors who have not yet had positions in these sectors to actually gain exposure. And I think...
Oh yeah? Really? Think so? I mean, it's amazing. Buy in a dip. You know, tell me, all right, where do you buy on a dip? Okay, let's take GDXJ. Buy in a dip. You hear them tell you buy in a dip? They never tell you where. They just say buy in it. So you're going to buy anywhere? Well, let's see. If you bought on the dip, GDXJ, the juniors, at 51.12, well, it's now 47.72. How that would have worked out for you? Not too good. You would have lost 7% already just starting out of the gate. What if you bought the dip on GOLD at 25.87? It's now 20.62. 20.62. You would have lost 20% buying on the dip. That won't happen. With you. In 10 days, I'll prove it to you. Look, the stock market in the past 12, 13 years, the Federal Reserve has been printing massive amount of money. Don't let anybody lie to you. Massive amount of money. Now, the inflation is going to be incredible. Now, inflation doesn't mean prices going up. It means the value of the dollar you have in your wallet is going down. Now, with the 10-year Treasury yields going up, and they're going to go even higher. It's killing your dollars. You don't have the buying power. That's what's killing you. In the 12 years, the Federal Reserve has been printing money, and the inflation is incredible. How long can you keep rates at zero? Why do they keep rates at zero? Because the economy's bad. How could these guys get up there and tell you, boy, we're going to have a booming economy? Again, listen to this dope.
The reality is both the stock and bond market are anticipating that all this liquidity and this latest round of checks, this is the 3rd round of checks, is going to create a booming economy.
A booming economy, really? $1,400 checks. The booming economy. Are you kidding me? $1,400 check? No, the economy's been destroyed. It is destroyed. The economy right now is like a black hole. It's destroyed totally. But what they've done is they made the stock market go up every day, new highs. Don't be afraid of the market. You'll be out in time. If you're with me, for the first time, you'll be out in time. I'll prove it to you. Prove it to yourself. Join the gang for 10 days. You'll see. It works. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make